Once upon a time, in a beautiful village nestled among towering hills, there lived a humble young man named Peter. Peter was kind and respectful, but he had little in terms of wealth. He lived a simple life, surrounded by a small group of friends. Whenever Peter went out with them, he noticed something strange. His friends were treated with respect and admiration, but Peter was always overlooked. It made him wonder, why did people treat others like this? One day, feeling especially troubled by the lack of respect he was receiving, Peter went to a peaceful river near his village. Sitting by the water, his heart was heavy with questions. Why did people humiliate others? Why was respect so hard to come by? These thoughts haunted him, and he could not find peace. In search of answers, Peter decided to visit an old monk who was known for his wisdom and ability to solve such struggles. The monk lived in a vast monastery on a rugged hill far from the village. When Peter arrived, he found the monk deep in meditation, with a small group of people sitting around him, waiting for their turn to speak. Peter sat quietly among them, eager for the monk's guidance. When the monk finished his meditation and looked around, he saw that many people were troubled by life's challenges. He began helping each person, one by one. Finally, it was Peter's turn. He stood up, bowed before the monk, and knelt at his feet. "Master," Peter said, his voice breaking, "I feel invisible. No one respects me, my friends, my family. They ignore my opinions and take me for granted. I feel worthless. I've tried to be kind, but I still feel disrespected." The monk smiled gently and asked, "What do you truly want, Peter?" Peter replied, "I want to be respected. I want people to value me and listen to what I have to say." The monk nodded thoughtfully. "You see, Peter, no one can disrespect you unless you allow them to. People only treat you poorly because you haven't built your own strength. In this world, the strong often dominate the weak. Fathers belittle their children, the rich look down on the poor, and even monks can be harsh to their servants. This is how the world works, but it doesn't have to be this way for you." Peter listened carefully as the monk continued. "The reason people don't respect you is because you haven't understood their mindset. You need to change the way you approach respect, both for yourself and from others. Let me teach you 5 principles that will change the way people treat you." The first lesson was simple. Learn to say no. If you always agree with others just to please them, people will stop respecting you. You'll become someone who just follows orders without any voice of your own. You need to set boundaries. Say yes when it's right for you, but learn to say no when necessary. This will make people value your time and opinions. The second lesson was about stopping complaints. Everyone has problems, Peter. No one wants to hear someone constantly complaining about their life. It only drains others. Instead, focus on finding solutions to your problems. If you want to be respected, stop complaining and take responsibility for your own challenges. The third lesson was to not always be available. When you are always around, people start to take you for granted. It's like water. So essential, yet we don't think much about it because it's always there. But a rare diamond is valued because it's hard to find. The same goes for you, Peter. The less available you are, the more people will seek your company and respect you. The fourth lesson was to always keep your word. People respect those who are reliable. If you lie or make promises you can't keep, you lose respect. So be true to your words, Peter. Never promise something unless you intend to follow through. Trust is built through honesty and consistency. Finally, the monk shared the fifth lesson: overcome your poverty. Peter, poverty often brings shame and disrespect. People look down on the poor, even those in their own families. But poverty is not a permanent state. You must strive to improve yourself, learn new skills, and work hard to change your situation. Only then will you earn the respect that comes with self-reliance. After sharing these lessons, the monk paused and said, "Respect is something you must work for, Peter. It's not given freely, it takes effort. But if you follow these steps, you will earn the respect you deserve." Peter thanked the monk, deeply moved by the wisdom he had received. He left the monastery with a new sense of purpose, ready to apply these lessons to his life. Over time, as Peter embraced these teachings, he began to see a transformation. People started to treat him with more respect, value his words, and listen when he spoke. He had become the person he had always wanted to be, a man who commanded respect not through force, but through strength of character.